South China Morning Post, 20th of July 2023, China is warily looking at potential defense production partnerships with NATO member Turkey. Turkey is the weakest link in China's plan to create discord among NATO members. China thus desires to offer tourniquet equipment and weapons at low prices. According to Chinese analysts, China's defense sector is considering possibilities to establish production in Turkey to increase its part of the global market. However, it will examine the potential hazards before undertaking this development. Chinese defense manufacturers indicated that when they enter the new market to take advantage of its NATO membership status, they will carefully assess risk factors like pressure from the United States and a less-than-stellar track record with Turkish business partners. According to a story published this week by the US-based Defense News, which cited an unnamed Turkish government official planning the International Defense Industry Fair, IDEF, which will begin in Istanbul on Tuesday, Chinese defense makers are interested in purchasing Turkish enterprises. The official claimed 74 Chinese defense companies would participate in the four-day event, compared to just 5 US companies. Chinese companies will attend, according to Ozgureksi, the head of the Turkish media site IDEF and a defense analyst, who told the Defense News that they will mainly be looking to buy Turkish companies suitable for their longer-term targets. Without going into specifics about the kinds of Chinese technologies that will be incorporated, Xi was cited as saying that after acquisitions, Chinese firms will bring in their technology, enjoy low production costs in Turkey, produce NATO standard systems, and target markets using NATO system-using markets. Those will be NATO-made systems traveling to NATO-made systems-using countries. Uncrewed aerial vehicles stand to benefit most from a Chinese technology transfer to Turkey. According to Zhou Chunming, a Beijing-based Yuanwang military science and technology think tank researcher, Ankara is eager to advance and upgrade its drone development. Zhou added, referring to the small, medium-altitude Turkish drones made by Baker Technology employed by the Ukrainian armed forces. Weaknesses in Turkey's TB2 drone have become apparent in the war in Ukraine, he said. Ankara hopes that China will share its stolen drone technology with it to upgrade the TB2 and make it as capable as the unproven Chinese combat drones that appear promising on paper. The TB2 drone was heralded as a game-changer for Ukrainian forces, but due to its small payload of less than 100 kilograms, 220 pounds, a cruising speed of 130 kilometers, 80 miles, and service life of no more than 27 hours, it has been sensitive to detection. The Zhihong series UAVs, which can carry large payloads, and the BT-001 twin-tailed Scorpion, both of which are competitive with the American MQ-9 Reaper UAV, are among the vast range of low-end, low-quality armed drones that China exports. Song Thongping, a former PLA instructor, suggested that China and Turkey may collaborate on developing multiple launch rockets, tactical missiles, and possibly air defense systems in addition to drones. Since Turkey is a member of NATO, China may take advantage of Ankara's unique position to broaden its international market, according to Song. The weapons systems developed in Turkey, however, would only sell to non-NATO states or third-party countries, just as Turkey has sold drones to Ukraine, the author contends. Neil Xiong, a military analyst from the Shanghai University of Political Science and Law, was dubious about China's intentions to provide Turkey access to its primary drone technology. Turkey is a strong competitor in the contest between the big nations. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine has been exploited by Ankara, as observed by the entire globe, Ni added. According to Ni, NATO nations would not purchase Chinese weapons built in Turkey due to worries that the technology would have a backdoor for China. given that Turkey had cancelled a 2015 contract worth $3.4 billion to purchase long-range missile defense systems from China. Zhou predicted that Chinese defense manufacturers would proceed cautiously. In 2017, 2 years after cancelling a deal with China, Turkey agreed to pay $2.5 billion for the Russian S-400 air defense system, according to Zhou, referring to Turkey's attempt to use China as leverage to negotiate a better price from other nations. According to Zhou, China will only finalize a deal if it is profitable. Turkey later chose against operationalizing the Russian S-400 system because of the Russia-Ukraine war and a scarcity of parts out of fear of increased isolation and penalties from its NATO members. The US banned Turkey's participation in the international partnership that produces the fifth-generation F-35 fighter plane in retaliation for its procurement of the S-400. Turkey paid a $1.4 billion down payment on the stealth aircraft, but it never received any of the plane and the money was returned in kind. China should exercise caution in case Turkey has its agenda to benefit more from the US-Turkey F-35 fighter jet deal, Ni advised.